Hey yo, what's poppin', everyone? Welcome to the stream. Let me just arrange this camera real quick. Mhm. All right. What's poppin'? Hope you had a fantastic week. Thank you for coming to the stream today. And as always, we are working on our chessboard. And actually, as always, I appreciate the fact that you're here. Hope you had a great week. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend. And the fact that you're here today, it warms my heart so much. For real. I really appreciate that. This is a dream job that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and the fact that you're here supporting the channel, just being here is supporting the channel, and it means a lot. It means a lot. So today we're gonna go over our night that I've been working on off camera, and also putting it on our RAM that we worked on last week. So last week we had the little RAM, big buff RAM that we did, and now we're gonna pose both the RAM and the knight on the RAM, and it's gonna be interesting. I already have a lot of stuff prepared for you guys, and we might be accompanied by my little cat over here. Let me just open the little curtain so she can see outside. Go ahead. Where's he? There you go. So we have an extra member in the team today. Not only me. Yeah, there we go. I'll leave it here so if we see her running around, at least you guys can see it. Let me know in the comments if the music is too loud, if my voice is too loud. Just let me know, and I'll adjust them right away. I wanted to show you guys, I've been testing on the actual prints, and last week we printed the 75mm pawn, which in my opinion looks awesome. Way easier to show you guys on this scale. So we can see that it captured a lot of details, even the muscular details on the chest. We have the fur, and also in the back you can see the fur, and also that shoulder pad. Great stuff. A little hiccups on the mustache. One part came off and the other part is on. Another little hiccup, and I think it's due to my film. It's here. You don't see it that much, but this part shifted. So I'm planning on doing some adjustment on the print. This print took 5 hours, 6 hours, yeah, more close to 6 hours to print. And unfortunately, the 35mm didn't survive the print, so adjustment to do for that one. As for the king, I tried to print the 75mm version of the king, and unfortunately, the hiccups on the printer is not allowing me to print successfully. It's the part of the game, don't worry. So we're gonna make it, we're gonna print it, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. Now then, let me show you what we have in store for today. This is our knight, and as you can see, we kept the foliage that we did on the first weeks. I think it was the second week. But I removed the top hair because he's gonna wear a helmet. So I thought to myself, maybe this hairstyle. Let me just remove the helmet real quick so we can see. And let's focus on the head. So over here. So that was the first hairstyle that we had. And the fact that we're gonna hide everything with the helmet, I thought it was a bit unfortunate to not see this beautiful style of hair. So I think we're gonna put it on the bishop. The bishop was bold anyways, so we can keep this one bold with the helmet on. And the eyebrows are hidden by the helmet regardless, so we can keep them out, and we can keep this helmet on. And now that I think about it, the chest is not on. There we go. So this is the blocking for the knight, and as you can see, he has an axe, still in the blocking phase. And over here, we have a shield. Yes, sir. And again, in the blocking phase. So this shield is going to be strapped on this arm over here. And he's going to be riding the ram. And we need to pose the ram. So here, what I did is this is the file of the ram with all the details and all the whole shebang. I merged the whole thing and scaled it to a proper height for the knight, so that the knight can ride on it and it doesn't look weird. And I want to keep the characters roughly the same size. So the goal here is keeping the size of the knight good and adjusting the ram size for the knight. And so now we're still working with character creator. So the knight is 4 feet 5 of height, and we're gonna adjust that when it comes to printing. So today the goal is to pose these two characters together and to look awesome. And I was thinking a nice pose would be something like this. Like this one over here. Just isolate it. So something interesting like that. So we can see that there's a battle going on. He'll have his shield. He's holding the reins, as you can see over here. Holding the reins with one hand, and the shield will be strapped to the forearm. And instead of the spear, it will be his axe. And of course, instead of the horse, it's gonna be the ram. So that's what we're going for as of the pose, and we might go with little bits of tweaks for the ram, but we don't want too exaggerated because it's also a chess piece. So if the piece is too big, it might take too much attention from the king and the queen. And I was thinking maybe the king and the queen might be a bit bigger than 40 millimeters. So I think we're gonna up the scale just a bit when it comes to the actual print to simulate like a chess piece, a chessboard. All right, so here we have both of our pieces, and we're not gonna move these ones. I sent everything to character creator already, and everything except the armor. So it is exactly the same character and without the beard also. Realized that we didn't need the eyebrows, but it doesn't matter. And what I did is I created a decimated version of the ram. That way we can put our character on the saddle over here. And as long as it follows the saddle, afterwards we can move the ram in Zbrush and adjust the positioning of the character afterwards. So yeah, let's start positioning our character. So here, kind of went ahead and spread the legs from the hips. So here it's pretty easy. You just grab the little foot, either one with the mirror on, and you can just drag them under just and place them where you want. There we go. So here it might be cool. So consider that he has an armor. We might go a little bit further than the actual belly of the ram, just so we can have enough space for the boot. We're gonna flip his foot, just turn his foot just a bit, and we're gonna put it just a bit dangling in the air. And I think that's good. Let me just change the song. I feel like not too much in the mood like that. Just a chill zone like that. That might be cool. Alright. Alright, so here might be interesting to have it turn a bit. Let's bring our reference. Okay. Oh. Dealing with 3 screens is often troublesome. Alright, so we can see over here, the one on the right is pretty much focused forward to the battle, but it's also interesting to have some rotation on the character. I remembered these fellas over here. You can see that they're rotating, so this one is looking a bit to the right, this one a little bit to to the right, this one a bit to the left, and this one over here more to the right. And you can see that the rams are going a bit opposite side to make that pose a bit dynamic, except for this one. They're both going to the right. This one going forward, left, and forward, left, and her forward, right. This one, it's both in the same direction, but we can follow a line of action right over here, and we can follow another one right over here. So 2 curves of action in the pose. Might be interesting to do something like that, but I kind of want to focus on the knight more than anything. So we might go a bit more with the pose that I have behind. So with the 1 foot elevated, might feel just enough, and we'll have this leg extended for the ram. As for the knight himself, we'll rotate it just a bit, like so. And the chest can go like that, and the head can go a bit forward. We can lift the head a bit, make it a proud knight. This one over here, we're gonna go with. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, it's because of the mirror. So here, we're gonna go putting the hands here. And as you can see over here, we have a little rope that I'm gonna move manually in Zbrush. Twist the hand. I think we're gonna have to cheat a bit. Gonna put the hand just a bit to the side, and yeah, something like that. It might feel weird because we see all these dots, but once we have the armor on, the cape and everything, some elements we won't see regardless. But the pose can really, we have to make the pose read well. Alright, I think what we're gonna do is just lift the arm. I kind of want the same pose over here with the arm elevated with the axe. I think it's gonna be nicer than this one. You know what? Let me just put that one over here. Yep. So we can compare in only one screen. So yeah, this one over here has an arm raise. This one over here is just like holding ready for battle. But I think we can have a more dynamic pose with this one. This one also just a bit arm raised because of the spear. I think it might be cool to have this one over here. So we're gonna go with something like that. Just gonna move the elbow back. go. Now here we need both hands holding. So we're gonna go to gesture, hold, and we're gonna clench because it doesn't matter since we're printing. We don't need to have that little gap. Both hands. Oh, there we go. Here, edit pose. I'll have to bring the scapula a bit back. And if you hear noises in the back, it might be my printer, my filament printer running right now. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Alright, so here we have the arm right here. I'm just trying to imagine where the axe will be, so we can, what we can't do is actually bring the axe temporarily. We'll go to our character, take that axe, we're gonna clone it, and we're gonna bring it to the center of the world and reset the pivot, and we can extract. It's only 18K, so it won't matter. It won't matter at all. Export. We will bring, we'll call it X placeholder. Here we go. And now we're here. We're gonna bring a prop, import X placeholder. So here the pivot is right here. Wow. I really don't like the character creator focus. It's very confusing sometimes. Also, the screen is so small. Let me just adjust that. There we go. I don't like the fact that I'm rotating, but it's rotating elsewhere. Alright. That. We might have to change a bit the pose of the hand. We have a new subscriber. Fortunately, I can't read the name. Won't be too long. It will show up, and I can thank you properly. I think I'm gonna have to change my UI a bit because I can't read your name on it. And for some reason, it's taking a lot of time to have it in my chat instead. I'm sorry, but I do appreciate your subscribe. There you go. So the hand like that, the axe over here will be cool. Character, we're gonna change our pose for the hands. So fist relax maybe might help. Yeah, or we're gonna tweak it anyways. Yeah, it's a bummer. I can't see the subscribe. Give me a second. Let me just. We're gonna go the bougie way. Sniper _ YouTube. Thank you for the subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the stream, my man. Alright, so we're gonna edit the pulse over here for the hands. Adjust the whole shebang. Let's focus on the fingers. So here what's really nice is you can shift and click, no, control click all three muscles, and once you rotate you're affecting all of them. Oh my god! Yeah, so you can adjust them over here. Since we want them a little bit more open, gonna have to turn a bit on the y-axis, but just the knuckle over here, so it feels a bit more tight. Doesn't have this weird thing. It's my webcam. Okay, so yeah, so now it's like holding this, and when we're holding a bottle, I mean, yeah, my fingers are spread out, but I mean, if we're holding something that we're gonna fight with, not sure we're gonna have these hands spread out, and it just looks better for your print in the printing phase. So here, control. Let's open up here. Is my cat there? I don't think so. All right. Let's just rotate over here. Yeah, it feels like the knuckle was going some weird place. Let's grab this one over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one is really weird out. Like that. I think it's this finger over here. That's weird. Like the rotation axis on this knuckle, it's just misplaced. Yeah, we're gonna just make it work. Doesn't matter, we're not animating the character, so once it's posed, we are not touching anymore. Focus on this knuckle. Yeah, that's better. And the index. Yes, sir. I feel like this one is really well placed. It's the tip of the finger. And now for the thumb. Now remember, we want this to be watertight, meaning that everything has to interact with each other. That way we'll know that resin won't be stuck. So you see here, this little pocket, just gonna grab, instead of moving the whole hand, we can, probably gonna have to rotate the hand just a bit. It's not gonna swing like this, right? It has to swing his arm like this. Go like that, and we're gonna grab our axe. Just gonna scooch it over here. I think it's gonna be better for him to hold it closer to the middle, because like that there might be too much weight on the back. And since it has a spike, you might poke the ram. Poor little ram. Like that might be cool. I think it's gonna look nice. So here it's tight, and here it's tight. That's good. And you know what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna grab the same muscles for the hand. Here, character. We'll go over here, edit pose. And what I'm gonna do here is, I don't know if I can do it with this thing. I'm gonna select the whole hand. It's kind of lagging. Mirror from right to left. So now we're on his right hand. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Double bicep. Double bicep. But no. We're gonna just need to transfer. I want to transfer. Is there a way to transfer? Body part mode, full body. I think it's... Nope. Doesn't solve it. Well then. Nope. Unfortunate. Oh, maybe it's just the hand? Nope. Pin both hands. Pin limb, FK, no. Set current pose, reset, no. Well done, it's unfortunate. Okay. Let's just tweak the other hand. Alright, so we wanted these ones to open up. This one over here needs to move like that. Let's rotate back here. Let's move that. Control these two and open up the hand just a bit. Twist it. So twist like that. Like that. Open up these two. Actually, the first one, I keep it a bit closer. Just move it like that, and index. Right. We can imagine this little strap over here going over there, and we're gonna bring the thumb a bit closer. Yep. That, and we're just gonna move the hand itself. Yeah. Like that. Alright, let's read the pose. I feel like it's missing a bit of rotation on the torso. Before doing that, what I'm gonna do is here, I'm gonna put a constraint on the axe. And it's gonna follow like a parent. We're gonna follow the index. And as long as we move the index, it should follow the hand correctly. Edit the pose. Just grab some water real quick. Hope you have some things to drink. Oh yeah. All right. Something like that, a bit more upward. We're gonna need this to rotate. We want both. Yeah. Gonna need that to rotate just so we can have the hand closer. Like that. Yeah. Already it's way more dynamic. You can feel the stretch and the strength behind the pose. Now here, the shoulder is a bit wonky over here. I feel like he's dislocating his shoulder, but I think that's just a sculpting issue. You know what? We're gonna save the pose right here. What I'm gonna do is custom pose, and this is gonna be night pose. All right, and what we're gonna do is restore our bind pose, and just want to make sure for the shoulder muscles, the shoulder bones. Can go over here and adjust bones. I think they're just a bit too far back. Here we're gonna select symmetry and just move them just a bit closer. Gonna do the same for the forearm. I think with that we should be good. Now let's grab our pose. Yeah, it is just a bit better, but we're gonna adjust it in Zbrush. And we might even have the shoulder pad hitting all this issue, so we don't need to worry about that too much. So here we're gonna grab our character and continue editing the pose. So we might have something interesting with the lean. There you go, like that. And now we need some facial expression. So here, let's go with okay, we can try different things. Let's go with angry first. That doesn't look angry at all. Let's go with that. Also, the mustache is in the way, so we will adjust the mustache real quick. This is where you need to name your stuff. There you go. Name them rightly because you can't spell. Alright, so here. Oh, it's actually reading this as a cloth. So we're gonna change that. Let's remove our bind, convert as accessory, convert, and this is gonna be converted into a mustache. Alright. Now let's see what part of the body is affecting this. So it's mustache. It's only the upper part. That's good. So here, let's go back to our pose. I get it. I get it. Click the character. Click our character. There you go. All right. Here we're gonna edit facial. If we click happy, oh my god, the mustache is awful. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So you know what? Let's just hide the mustache for the moment. Where is it? Night mustache. Okay. Fear. Yeah, fear kind of feels like a battle cry. That's crazy. Okay, so like something interesting like that could be cool, and we're gonna modify it. Actually, we're gonna hide the brows also. Since we're not gonna see them, we don't need them. Let's drop over here. Let's drop these. Hide this little thingy. Hate that thing. It's this one. Oh yeah, it's part of the body itself. So never mind about that. Alright, for sneer might be cool. Sneer on the one side. Let's see if we can go over the board. Yeah, that's cool. And nostril raise. That's cool. Okay, let's go a bit. Since he's sneering, let's raise this. That's gonna be enough. I think that's gonna be enough for this pose. Just gonna raise the outer of both of them. No, actually it should drop. Let's compress. Meh. That's mostly in the sculpting that we're gonna change that. Alright. So actually the pose might be more interesting in this aspect of the character than the other side. Since we can't see it. We can't see his face. What if we just rotate a bit over here? Yeah, no. I feel like that one was way better. So I think either we put the shield like attach on his leg, because we're not gonna see all the details. But you know, maybe it might be interesting because it's we gotta keep in mind that it's a 360 figure. Gonna move that just a bit over here. Actually, it's the hand that I need to move. Just a natural elbow crease, elbow bend. And so let's say we're a horse, all right, and we're leaning over here, so already our hip is more extended on the opposite side, so we're gonna need to do that over here. You can see over here we're leaning a bit on this side. Yep, I think that's cool. here we're gonna save and overwrite this one. Item already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, sir. All right. So with this in mind, we're gonna grab everything over here. Maybe not the placeholder. Sorry. Let's go Z. Uncheck the go Z plus. Relink everything. And click this. I don't want this. And go with current pose. And pray to God it works. Go Z. Let's go see what's happening on our ZBrush. Subtool wouldn't change. Oh yeah, because it's. Oh, whoops. We were on the wrong file. Yep. I understand. Oh, what? Let's. Because we were looking at the file with only 2 characters in. It's showing the problem. It's showing this message all over and all over. Won't be too long. So it's like switching from one file to another. It's realizing that it's not the good file. I feel like it's like creating another file with everything together. Yep. So here, this is the one we wanted to change. This one over here, we're gonna delete all of that. And it's the one in here where you want to change. So here we're gonna hide this. We don't need the cape, we don't need the shield. We're gonna need the pants. You're gonna need that. For the boots, we don't need that. We don't need that. We need that. We need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need these. We don't need the brows. We don't need these. The neck is there. Shoulder pad. We don't need them. Forearm, we're just gonna need the gloves. So the gloves are right here. Like that. Helmet, we don't need it at all. And the chest piece, we'll remove it. So this is all we need right now. All right. Oh. We don't need this part too. All right, take 2. Actually, we're not gonna bring the eyebrows. So everything here except this, except eyebrows. Chainmail, the pants, everything is good. Yep. All right. Take 2. Why is it saying that? Topology mesh / change. Press yes to transfer. That's strange. Topology didn't change. It didn't change. Let's see if we can keep all our work good. I think it's pretty much saying it doesn't have the same name for all the file we didn't send in Character Creator. And thought it would be so entertaining, right? Well, at least on the ones that we have the right name, it is moving according to what we had. Just want to see if the hands, the gloves will follow. Because the rest I can modify quite easily. It's just there we go, the gloves transferred. That's cool. Come on. It's not the same name. It's crazy. It's the first time that this kind of thing happened to me. Sure. That's it? Well then. Clearly it messed up, but we can adjust it. So let's go over. Let's hide everything and go one by one. So the body's a mess. That's great. It's strange. I don't know why it did that. I think it created gloves over here for no reason. Here. No, we don't need them anymore. Here, this was just a placeholder. This one over here, nope. Nope. Okay, you know what? I think we're just gonna load in the file again. Let's see if I can fix. Won't be too long, folks. Sorry for that. I didn't plan to have this little bug over here. Sweet Jesus. Ça devrait peut-être mute le Windows Notif Sound. Oui, merci Rooney. Je m'attendais pas à un bug comme ça. Je vais m'arranger pour que ça réarrive plus. Alright, so All right. Let's try again and let's hope it works. I want this. I want the pants. I don't need the star. The foot. This. Gloves, neck. Alright, these ones. Yeah, quand je cherchais de où ça venait, j'ai entendu this foot. Eh, sorry. Ok, voyons voir si ça fonctionne cette fois-ci. Nope. So just for your purpose, I'll mute my computer real quick, and we'll be right back when everything here is done. Won't be too long. So the good thing is it didn't say anything on the fact that the topology changed. Ah ouais, parle, Callis, Metalhead Bringer. Ah ouais, faut que je parle. Il vient d'avoir un bug là. Je m'assure juste si tout fonctionne. Puis s'il vous plaît, on ne sac pas dans mon chat. Alright. What are we printing today? So today we have a little Superman printing right now in the back. You can see it over here. Ta-da! So yeah, multiple prints, multiple pieces. Faut me dire ce que je veux, mon petit garçon. Ben, si tu dis ce que tu veux, puis c'est pas bien pour le stream, malheureusement, tu pourras pas rester longtemps ici. Il y a des choses comme ça. Just uh, just clicking the message all over again. If you want to see. We didn't have the message of the topology change for the body, but we still have these message of errors. This one is, I believe, we're gonna transfer. Spider Dwarf? No. It's just a bug. I don't know why it's happening. It's just the pants are not following. They're not following the legs, which is a bummer because we want them to follow the legs. And yeah, the fingernails also are not following the arms, but it doesn't matter because he's wearing a glove. So these ones we can actually delete. But these ones are a bit of a bummer, but it's easy to make legs, so we can delete them. And the foot, we're just gonna go one by one and place them here. I'll grab one. There you go. So that's that. We'll just focus on that. All right. These and just move them where we need them. Probably gonna need to move them a bit higher, a little bit further back. And we're just gonna move them over here. And what we can do also is to save this file as our posed file. That way we keep everything organized into our file. Here we can even insert our little placeholder that we had for the RAM. Here, import. Export the RAM placeholder. There we go. So here we're just gonna move it just a bit lower. Yes, sir. And we're gonna continue placing our elements to the correct place. And now that the little notifications are gone, I can bring back the music. Here, just gonna select that. Let's put it to the ankle, like so. Which the downwards and over here. Well, this one is more of the squishy part of the boot, so we can tweak it quite softly. But when it comes to the sole, this one needs to fit perfectly. All right. Actually gonna remove the RAM just a second so I can see better on the other side. Make that tweak. I think we're just gonna scale it that and like that. Same on the other side. and I think we're close. Let's rotate over here, put it downwards, rotate just a bit there. I think we're gonna scale it on the x-axis. Scooch it backwards. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Just move it over here. All right, that's good to go. Then that's on that. Let's move these elements. So we're gonna go one by one. Make sure that all the elements are in the right place. It might be tedious, but since it's an armor and it's rigid, it doesn't bend as much as cloth. We have to be precise where we place those. Here, grab this. Actually, for this one, I'm gonna skip this one, and I'm gonna go. Hey, hold on! The pants are back. What the hell? What the hell happened over here? What? What? Well, that's cool. All right, my pants are good. All right, let's skip this one. Let's go for this one. All right, cool, cool, cool. Don't need to do pants again. All right. Yeah. A big clap in the chop for pants. Pants. All right, so let's move these two. Oh. Move these two simultaneously. So we're gonna unselect everything and select only these two. I want this. Something interesting happened over here. I want my triangles. Thank you. This, and this. Yes, thank you. I don't want this. And I don't want this. So now, if I move this, yes sir. All right. Gonna put it just on that line, the knee pad. I'm gonna rotate it. And move it right here. No, I don't want his leg to be dislocated. So we're probably gonna go to our T-pose tool just to adjust the legs a bit more. What happens if we bring the ram? Yeah. I don't want the ram. Thank you. I want this. And what the hell? What the hell? Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm not speaking a lot. It's just I'm concentrating. So, thing is, I want to move both the triangles and the knee pad together, and both of them are symmetrical. And since I'm moving two subtools at the same time, I have to mask the part that I don't want to move first, and then move both parts together. So here, what I'm gonna do is the triangle, I want to reverse. I want to focus on the left leg and reverse. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did over here. I just want to rotate this part so that the Z arrow is in between those two triangles. Now, if I move this part, I'm controlling only the left part. A bit tedious, but it works. So here, I'm just gonna move it just a bit further, because I gotta think when we're gonna print this, it's gonna be a lot easier for everyone who wants it to print the knight first and the ram second, and then glue them together. So if the knee pad is in the way, it will be troublesome for the printing part. All right, so let's hide these elements because they're disturbing me. Eyebrows, we can hide them, and the mustache will place it right away. Right. Interestingly enough, I got one mouth inside and one mouth outside. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. Alright, let's move the mustache. Mustache. And since he's kind of sneering a bit, I'm gonna rotate just a bit and move this part like that. So this one over here is the bottom part. What the hell is this? So it created a second lower teeth for no reason. We're gonna remove that one. But he created also a bird teeth. Let's see. No. So the tongue and the teeth are not there. So that's a weird bug. All right. I want this one. I will select only the tongue and the teeth. I want to unselect these. And we're going to use the positioning of the tongue to put the teeth inside the mouth. What we can do is actually go inside the head and trying to align it with the nose. In the end, the beard it's gonna hide most of the mouth, and I think it is hiding already a good majority of the mouth. It doesn't matter that much. Like, it needs to go backwards just a bit more. and rotate. It might be difficult for you guys to see. I'm trying to align the teeth one on top of the other, and having that natural front part, top part in front of the lower part. All right. Yep. But I don't think we're even gonna see this because of our beard. And the beard, we're gonna go just a tad smaller in subdivision. I'm gonna go right in the middle for the beard, but we're gonna go where the chin is, so right here. Like that. And if I bring this close to the ear, I think we're dead on. Just a tad over here. Oh, look at that. We can still see his teeth. Just gonna rotate just a bit like that. And what we can do actually, not on this side, but we'll do it afterward on Z pose. We can do a little curve with the beard. It's gonna look nice. All right, so that's that. That's that. Let's go back to our foot. Foot will go over here. Just align it. And we're gonna rotate it. We need to scale it up just a bit. Same thing with the knee pad. Just want the knee pad, nothing else. Just make sure I am covering the mouth. And I want those triangles. You have everything there? Okay, cool. Right. Knee pad is in place. Just the pants that's in the way over here. We can just scooch it inside. Scooch this one inside. Alright, going back to our shin guard. Place right here on the ankles. Yeah. Yeah. Scooch over here and put it in place. Again, the pants is in the way, but we can adjust that. I want the triangles again. Gonna move this part. Just gonna scooch it a bit to the left. Damn, looks good. Merci, Miriam. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day right now. Here, I'm just gonna scale it just a bit. Oh yeah, that's good, that's good. So far so good, so far so good. So when it comes to printing, we're probably gonna push in the pants inside of that so it stays watertight and we keep the proportion good for the knee pads. Yee, how about you? Having a great day so far? Have my little cat. No, wait, it's not. She's not there. She moved. So we had our little intern who went by the office, and I think now she is ready for a nap. So she went to do a nap. But hopefully she'll be back before the end of the stream. Yes, a little helper indeed. All right, so that over here. Let's move this. Let's move that. Reverse. And now it's easier to place this one because we can see where the shin pads end. Gonna move this part. This one is kind of like a soft boot with armor on, so it doesn't matter if it's pushed out or moved in different position. But this one is like two metallic plates, so it is important to keep them straight and sharp. Alright, that's that. Let's move that up. Scale up. Yeah. I'll move it down and I'll move the part right here. Just a little tilt. There you go. That's from the bottom. So the boots are done. And now we can focus. Let's have some. Let's put in the helmet. So the helmet is going to be real easy. Transpose set. I'm just going to select the helmet itself. I'm going to go dead in the center and put that on top of his caboche. Align it with the nose. so. Scooch it forward until we don't see his eyebrows anymore. Tilt it backwards. And just place it just... I think it's close. We can always tweak also the positioning of every element afterwards. I think it's good. Oh yeah. This guy's missing his eyes. Where's his eyes? That's weird. Guy lost his eyes. Well, well, we're gonna put some new eyes. It's pretty easy. Append sphere. Grab this. Small, very small. Even oh. All like that. Let's put in our color. It's gonna be easier to see. Yeah, not crazy. He lost his eyes, right? Yeah, I think he lost his eyes. That's weird. Alright, so let's move that over here. Let's scooch it over here. We're gonna rotate it. We're actually going to use the little circle in the middle. For the pupil. We can actually use like that, and from there we just want to make sure before I say anything. Yeah, if we move it right here, I think it's gonna be no issue. So while holding control, this is where I was mistaken. So it is too inward. There we go. What I'm gonna do is reset this point. I'm gonna aim the same kind of spot here on the square. So holding control and putting it over here. Should be close to his eyes. Not even close. What the hell? Eh, no problem. And that's it. You have eyes. What's up, my man? Are you saying peace as if you're going? Or are you just saying peace as in peace? So here it has symmetry on, but we don't want that. Just gonna move these ears inside the helmet. Right. Beast love swabbers. What? Beast love the what? Beast love the worms. Alright, so that's that. Let's go from head to toe then. Let's switch it up, make it a bit more interesting. Oh, we lost the neck, so something weird happened. Yeah, the neck is right here, so let's see if we can just append it. Yeah, okay, cool. Move that over here. It's part of the chainmail. Call it neck to save some time. And the chainmail, we're probably gonna do it again. Like the king, we see all that stretching happening. And it's pretty easy to fix when you didn't commit to the dynamics of the the dynamics of the vision. So remove dynamic, and here just keep same without the symmetry on. And now you put back dynamic and no more stretching. Let's see if we can raise the scale. Dynamic subdiv, scale it up. Yep. Probably gonna align. There we go. That's clean. Clean, my friend. Alright, so that's that. So we'll go shoulders. Now this shoulders will be quite easy to do, and I think to save some time, we're gonna separate both of them. So here, split hidden, split hidden, split hidden, split hidden, and split hidden. And here we're gonna create another folder. Shoulder guard left. This one is the right, so it goes on the opposite side. This one is the left. So remember, when we're saying left and right, it's the left and right of the character. So this one is left, this one is right, left, 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 and oh, let me check. Yep, left. 5 and 5. Over here, I'm gonna move this right over here. Now we can place our shoulder where we want. So the size is exaggerated, but we just don't want parts of the shoulder to collide with the helmet. We're probably gonna have to adjust the shoulder, the actual shoulder, not the shoulder guard. Same goes on the other side. Now this one, he's raising the arm, so shoulder goes up. And we might have a little bit of issue with the horns. And I think we're gonna have to tweak the pose in the transpose tool. Either that or we scale down the shoulder pads, but I kind of don't want to do that, so we're probably gonna tweak the arms. Yes, that should be good. Let's do the chest. And the chest. Ah, what the hell? His eyes were in his chest. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so let's just hide the chest. Is that his eyes? What the hell happened? Oh, here you go. His eyes are back. Yay! Clap for the eyes. Let's remove these ones. There we go. Okay, cool. And we were with the chest. Alright, so the chest. Dot Friday for everyone I see. So Friday for everyone I see. I don't understand, Miriam. Friday for everyone I see. Huh? Here, have this. Seems like my belly disappeared. It's probably in another folder somehow, right? No, it's just disappeared. So my belly is just gone. That's fun. Yeah, something weird happened when it transferred from character creator. So what I'm gonna do over here is go here and import. I'm gonna load in my what do you mean I'm busy? Where is my night? Night. So here is without the posing. So here, let's grab our chest. It's right here. Interesting. Alright, so that's going to be part of our chest. We're going to move it up, right here. And from here, we're going to transpose set. Move it aligned with the chest, the pectoral chest. What's probably gonna happen is the chest is gonna stay there, but we're gonna tweak the actual body to fit the armor. That. We're gonna scale it up. Move it inward a bit. There we go. And that we're gonna just grab the shoulder and move it backwards. Probably gonna have to cheat a bit for this plate. And this goes inside, this goes inside, this goes inside. And like that. So a lot of things have to be tweaked on the T-pose, on the transpose tool. But so far, so good. All right. Let's save. That's Friday for everyone, I see. What do you mean I'm busy? I don't understand. I don't get it. Let's try something interesting here. Activate use posable symmetry. Might help us over here for this part. The eyes in the stomach. From Lily. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm not getting it. I'm sorry. I really tried, but I don't. Alright, so here we will put in our forearms. You know what? Let's try something interesting. Let's select our body here and use posable. Hey, it's getting good. All right, so let's move this and let's do the same for our chainmail. Posable symmetry. It's not finding so much. All right, it's not finding because we We re-topologized. We're up, gonna tweak that, and the body over here. Just moving that a bit closer to the body so that the shoulder is not too jammed up on his arm. And what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna redo the chainmail again once the body is placed, properly placed. Because you see here, this shoulder is really something right now. Your shoulder's not gonna grow when you raise your arm. It's gonna move. It's your pectoral that's gonna be stretched out. See over here, the armpit seems to go over here. I think we're just gonna go and modify the pose real quick. And since we're lifting our arm, backwards, our deltoid, front deltoid is supposed to be stretched. And since it's upward, our lateral deltoid is compressed. Strap should be upwards. This should be contracted because it's going behind. The lat should be a bit bigger over here. Like that. This one we wanted more relaxed, and this one we wanted more contract. This is just so I can understand the gesture of the pose. Like that. And I think we're probably gonna have to scale both of them, because I wanted a big shoulder pad, but I think it's a bit too exaggerated right now. On a T-pose, it's quite nice, but when it comes to a posed character, it's a bit weird. Alright, like that, and we're just gonna move that like that. Yep, that's good. That's his left, I want his right, yeah. Aha, there we go. And just a bit upwards. No. I think the shoulder is jammed into his head. I don't like that. Just want to compare. Do they have shoulder pads? Yeah, so in the reference of these characters, they don't have shoulder pads, so it's not going into their heads. It's easier for them. But our knight is gonna have some shoulder pads, so I think we're probably gonna have to move this little part of the arm, and that we're gonna send it to our transpose tool for that, because we need to move the hands and the gloves and all that stuff together. So for now, that's gonna be good. And we're gonna place these elements first. Let's see if I can finish all of that before the end of the stream, which is in 10 minutes. Alright, we want this one. Boom. Let me know in the chat, do you have any plans for this weekend? I know for myself, I'm going to a interactive Harry Potter adventure that they just had installed here. Let me know what you're going to do. Alright. This little arm over here, and that's pretty much like the little wraps that protecting the arm from the actual guards. And then we have the actual shorter guard. This one over here, we're gonna go center. I think we're almost there. There we go. So this one, we're gonna move it like that. A little bit rotated on the z-axis. This one I kind of want that feeling that it's going outside the arm, the elbow, so we're gonna bring it backwards over here. These elements are getting squished. We're probably gonna have to put them again. And a bit like the pant, we can move these parts inside, because they're not part of the armor itself. They're not stiff, they're soft. There we go. On to the other one. It's interesting. It's like squishing. There we go. Now it's not. Yeah, I had a little turn right now. Okay, good. There we go. It was strange. It was like kind of curving without me wanting it to curve. But turns out it's the local focus when you're moving stuff. If it's not to 100%, you can have some little issue. So this one over here, we're probably gonna have it just a bit rotated, so we can keep that that feeling of I don't know how to say, but like the feeling of the elbow right here, extended elbow, we can say. Here, let's move this inwards like that. That looks cool. That looks cool. Let's imagine that the RAM is having a pose a bit like charging forward. Could be cool. Could be a nice piece to have on your shelf. So these are the fingers. They're going to take a bit more time. This one is for the hand cover. This one is the junction. No, this one is the hand cover. So this one, we're going to put it right away. Obviously, I won't be able to place that by the end of the stream. But slowly but surely, we're moving forward. And I hope you enjoyed the stream either way. If you want to see the finished product, just follow me on my Instagram. I post there every day, every story. You're gonna see what we are planning for the day. And also, I often post the progress of our project. Like this printing file. So our little pond that we made last week. So all the updates are on my Instagram. The channel is right there. You can follow anytime, and you can share. Share your thoughts on the stream. Share your thoughts on the project. The more you share, the more it get exposed, and the more it get exposed, the more the channel can grow, and the more I can do stuff for you guys. So please share, comment, subscribe, like, the whole shebang. I would very much appreciate it. Here, and the thumb goes, yeah. So I kind of tweaked it to fit the hand. I know it's a piece of metal, it shouldn't bend that much. I kind of want it to fit a certain way. I think for a distance we won't see the stretch marks. While we're at it, we'll make it watertight. There we go. So I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I like where this is going. It's gonna be an insane piece. Just imagining it with this character size on a RAM. Like, this thing is gonna be freakishly huge. I have a tape measuring tape, so that's gonna be a huge thing. It's gonna be nice. Thank you very much for everyone who came to the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Nice job today. Thank you very much, Miriam. Appreciate. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And I'll see you next week.